everybody, welcome to our CHAMP series presentation for this month. I'd like to introduce Dr. Nancy Carnevale. She is our developmental pediatrician here at Anna Shaw Children's Institute. And she's going to be talking to you guys a little bit about some learning ideas for the summer. Before we get started, I'm Lindsey Coker. I'm our Educational Resource Coordinator here at Anna Shaw Children's Institute. I just wanted to remind everybody that this presentation in no way seeks to diagnose illness or treat illness. So if you have a medical emergency, please go to the nearest emergency room or call 911. I also wanted to remind you guys, while this presentation is pre-recorded, we do post it on social media outlets such as Facebook. So if you do make comments or anything on the video, just keep those things confidential. So if you have a specific question about yourself or for your child, please reach out to us. You can email me at lcoker@hhcs.org, or you can give us a call here at Anna Shaw 706-226-8900. So without further ado, here is Dr. Carnevale.
Well, welcome everyone. So yay, it's that time of the year. In about another month, we'll be on summer break. Stress levels for students, for teachers, for parents are starting to go down. It's time to relax, enjoy, but let's try to keep some of that learning going over the summer. I'm going to talk to you today about the importance of summer learning and ways to make it fun. So the first thing I want to review is something called the summer slide. And no, the summer slide is not a piece of playground equipment. It refers to the weakening in children's reading and math abilities that occurs during the summer months when children are away from the classroom. So during the summer, all children are at risk of losing a significant amount of the learning that they obtained during the school year. However, it's not equal. A lot of families lose reading skills because they don't have the access that other children have to perhaps books, to enrichment activities, to camps, etc. And children with learning disorders are much more vulnerable to losing skills because they struggle to begin with, they may have poor memories, etc. And students who lose reading ability over the summer rarely catch up. And over time, the summer learning slide can lead up to months and even years of reading loss. And then in this year, in the last couple of years in particular, we've had the effect of COVID. And of course, that led to holes in our curriculum to begin with. And now, so it's important that over the summer we work to try to keep our learning going. Teachers spend about 6 weeks of the school year in review due to the loss that is seen during the course of the summer. It may take some students up until Thanksgiving to return to the level of reading that they had achieved before leaving for summer break. So we use a lot of time, a lot of teacher time, a lot of student time, a lot of financial resources just for that catch-up. And of course, what we're concerned about most is the poor academic achievement. So a lack of academic achievement is a key reason students drop out of school. And we already have 7,000 to 8,000 students quit high school every day. High school graduates make much less per year than college graduates or other higher level degrees. And the gap is even higher for those who don't even have a high school diploma. So children need a strong foundation of learning to stay on track, to be able to stay in school, graduate, go on to college, or programs that will allow them to be successful as adults. So how do we prevent the summer slide? Well, the key is parent involvement. And we just really want to do some teaching during everyday activities. So the summer should be fun. It should be relaxing, stress-free, free. I don't want the summer to be a formal lesson. Don't nag. We want to use life experiences to teach. So learning is free, and we can use things that we do in everyday life in order to teach our children. For example, if you're cutting a pizza for dinner, it's a good time to talk about fractions. You're going to the grocery store. It's a good time to talk to them about adding and subtracting. If you're going to a museum, engage them, ask them questions, let them ask you questions. The key is kind of putting away your cell phone and concentrating on your children and actively engaging. Summer is a great time to visit the library and get a library card if you don't already have a library card. Look for summer reading programs, reading times at the library or bookstores. Many bookstores and even private businesses have what reading motivational programs. So you read so many books and then you get rewarded with an incentive. And that's because businesses, again, know the importance of children learning to read. And the research shows that all you need is about 15 to 20 minutes a day of reading to keep those reading skills going. Involve your child in choosing the books. Children are going to be much more motivated to read when they have a choice in what to read. Sometimes choosing a book below their level is okay, just to kind of improve their confidence, and then work your way up from there. Reading a series of books or books by the same authors can entice them to keep reading more. So children often get used to the characters, the author's way of writing, and then they become very excited and they want to go on to read the next book in the series. So before you know it, they've read 10 books, and that's a great way to keep your child reading. The other thing about reading is to be a good role model. So parents can help their child pick up good reading habits just by showing them that they're reading. So read the newspaper at breakfast, pick up a magazine when you go to the doctor's office, take a book with you to the beach. If children see that their parents are reading often, they will also value reading as a fun and important part of their own day. Keep reading material everywhere. So have plenty of reading material around, newspapers, books, magazines, even cereal boxes. A lot of kids just like to sit there in the morning and just read the cereal box. Have some coffee table books. Consider some bathroom reading materials. Keep books on the nightstands. Read out loud. Reading with your child is a great way to bond. When you read out loud, use inflection, make it fun, improvise, ask questions to improve comprehension. So what do you think is going to happen next? And that will get them thinking before they turn to the next page. Paired reading. You read and then your child reads is a great way to improve their reading fluency, how quickly they read. Storytelling. So consider going to hear a local storyteller at the library, the bookstore, or even virtual. During the COVID epidemic, many famous actors and actresses started doing virtual storytelling. So if you have a special actor or actress that you like, the child maybe want to listen to one of their stories. When you go on vacation or sightseeing, a good storyteller can help history come to life at a museum or tourist spot. Use all of your senses. Children often learn best when they use all of their senses. They see it, they hear it, they feel it, they touch it. So, for example, when you're at the beach, do some letters, numbers in the sand, spell out some words, have fun with it, but they're learning at the same time. Playing games together is important. Card games, board games, dice games can all help your child learn math facts. It encourages cooperative play. Bring some games with you to the beach. Our social emotional learning is also important. Children need to learn to play nicely with each other. They need to tolerate losing, be kind to each other. So it's a great way of teaching. Sidewalk chalk, another good way to teach letters, numbers, spelling. Keep a summer journal. This helps children practice their writing over the course of the summer. They can write down what they did during the day, write down their thoughts. They can even just illustrate a picture, create a story. Buy an interesting journal, something they may like, such as wizards or princesses or a certain character that they may like. The journal should be fun. You don't need to make it into a lesson. You don't need to correct it. The goal is to encourage practicing written expression. Again, it's one of those nice things sometimes to do at night. Let the child stay up for an extra 10 minutes just to write what they did during the day in their journal. Road trip games. Are we there yet? You know how the children ask that all the time. Let's find some things for them to do along the road to make it fun. Find numbers, letters, shapes, colors, license plates. Play the I Spy game. I spy something that's green. I spy the letter A. And this can teach them and have fun at the same time. Put on an audiobook. Download one of their favorite stories and listen to it in an audio form. The other thing is to map it out. So let children look at a map and figure out where they're going. A lot of children nowadays don't have to do that with our GPS, so they don't understand maps. Let them look at a map, try to figure out where they're going, try to figure out the states and the cities and direction, north, south, east, and west. Again, it's a good way for them to learn. And I know we're at a stage where a lot of children just watch DVDs and play on their iPads during those long trips. And that's okay somewhat, but if you can carve out a time for a little bit of family time, a little bit of regular learning, I think that would be a positive thing for your family. So I just want to kind of end with some resources for you. Get Georgia Reading, and here's the website, is a great place to look at summer learning activities. Again, they have some links to some great storytellers by the authors of the books especially. And Georgia Public Broadcasting is a great resource for you. They have something called the Summer of Learning and with PBS Kids. And these resources will keep kids learning and encourage exploration with some of their favorite PBS Kids characters. They also have a set of guides called Getting Ready Guides for kindergarten through 5th grade. And these were made in a partnership with the Georgia Department of Education. And they help parents know what their child should be doing prior to going into 1st grade, 2nd grade, so that they can make sure that they do have those solid skills. So remember, keep your brain in the game this summer and read, play some games, and have fun.